Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
And all the way in the back?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. We are so excited. One, to have a group together, as you know. Anytime we can get together, that's amazing. But two, for such a very special occasion that we've been really waiting on doing because of everything that's happened over the past few months. And so many of you have been involved with our CLA associates, and those are our Career Lattice associates who have participated in learning more about the community and how we operate. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Career Lattice associates as they enter in for their graduation ceremony. We've got Abby Ho from Assisted Living. She's one of our medical Melissa Dello, our CFR, Nikita Johnson, a server. Tammy Davis, the wellness assistant. And Tim Fontaine, who started in housekeeping. Thank you all so much. We're so happy for you and so glad you're here. You can now be seated. I would like to introduce officially, many of you have already met her via TV, but Amy Park works for our home office, Kisco Senior Living. She works in the Human Resources and Learning and Development teams. And she is going to be one of our guest speakers today to share a little bit about the CLA program because she is our leader in this program, and we're so happy you were able to join us today.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I just want to say a huge congratulations to Nikita, Abby, Tim, Melissa, and Tammy. I am so pleased to be here and support you today on behalf of the entire home office team. We are all so incredibly proud of you and all of your accomplishments. Completing the Career Lattice activities is a huge accomplishment in itself, not to mention during a pandemic, and all of you have just done an amazing job. We're so proud of all that you've learned and all that you're applying, especially that knowledge, skills, and experience in your work with other associates and our beloved residents. Thank you for being here today. So for those of you who may not know about what the Career Lattice is we developed this program about 3 years ago to give an opportunity to our top talent associates who really have a passion in learning and growing themselves in the world of assisted living, in the community, or just in general growing their knowledge, skills, and experience. So we put together this program, and the First Colonial team, led by Chrissy and Margie, have done an amazing job creating great experiences where every Career Lattice associate has had the opportunity to get exposed to every single department in the community, to learn about what they do, how they do it, to learn about other responsibilities and tasks, and to really get an empathy feel and understanding of what the work is so that it's growing their exposure and knowledge of the entire community in best to support each other and you as residents. So we're so pleased. It's been a lot of work. This program typically takes about 7 months, and at last record, I think you're at 12 months since you started this a while ago last year. Actually 13. I think you kicked off in October of 2019. So it's been a really long road, and I'm so happy to be here with you today, and just can't tell you from the bottom of my heart what a wonderful job you all have done. So thank you and huge congratulations.
Thank you, Amy. We are so glad you could join us today. And just so that the group knows, she has another previously scheduled engagement at 4, so I know you may be popping off of this a little bit early, but we really thank you for being with us today for this. And before I invite each CLA up, I did want to say a very special thank you to Margie, our Human Resources Director, because without Margie leading the charge with this program, we wouldn't have gotten through it, so thank you so much. the department leaders and team members who participated, as well as residents, and because you had to go through some programs with all of these associates, and they were quite fun. But the department leaders and team members took time out of their schedules to meet individually with the CLAs throughout their journey, and made it a very valuable experience. So thank you to all of you as well. Now we will be inviting each of our CLA members up to share a little bit about their experience over the last 13 months, which is hard to believe. So first up will be Abby.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I just want to start off by thanking the management team for allowing me to be a part of this career self-driven program. Just to kind of give like a highlight of the different departments that we were able to learn. We went from maintenance to dining, well, maintenance to human resource with sales, and then we learned about AL, which is the department I work for, and then we got to sit with Chrissy and learn about her role in the executive director department, dining, and then with front desk and wellness thing. But so throughout each of the different departments, what I learned most that caught my attention were just the different roles that each department took upon, like maintenance. I learned about different work orders that anyone could put in, anywhere from like a plumbing issue to like an electrical issue. Also, they had like a safety meeting that ensured proper safetyness of the community when it comes to like a fire drill or a hurricane, the necessary equipment they're needed, like say someone's on oxygen, like a extension cord that's needed for an outlet in case, you know, the electrical outlet in their room isn't working, you plug it up to the hallway. We have the yellow magnets that go on each door that indicate whether a resident has been evacuated safely. It stays on the back of the door, but when we help evacuate a resident, we put it on the front of the door. So when we walk by, we know that each resident that has been accounted for is safe. Also, with the maintenance department, I learned about the Work Hubs program, where that's the program that all the work orders go into, and I was able to see who has access to it and what technicians are assigned what roles. With human resource and sales, I learned about how the different roles that Liz has. Liz is the coordinator. We're following up with potential candidates, whether they're still interested in pursuing a apartment here, what their time frame is, and what they're looking for, whether it's independent or assisted. Human resource with Margie, we learned about the hiring process, with what documents are needed for potential candidates to come into the her job. In assisted living, what caught my attention the most was the different regulations that were required, with the inspections that are needed and the different documents as well that are needed from each resident that comes in to assisted to get the care they need. Dining, I learned a lot about different ways to handle food and different temperatures that are needed to properly hold a food, like the chicken and seafood, the different ranges that are properly kept. And I also was able to learn a action station. So I believe it was a Tuesday. I was able to learn how to do Taco Tuesday. To learn to chop the different vegetables and toppings and how to properly prepare the taco dish to a resident that was willing to order that off the menu. When it came to the front desk, I was able to sit with Dana and learn about the billing process and we went over a rent statement and a contract and wellness. I don't think I did one, I'm not sure. I think wellness, I was looking to maybe go on a trip just to see, how they run, where they usually go, business-wise, with, appointments, trips. There's different places that the residents are able to go around here. That basically sums up my program with what I've done with the Kisco CLA program.
Thank you, Abby, great job.
That's right.
Now, Melissa, if you'll bring your binder, I just want to hold it up to the residents so that they see.
Got a lot of papers in here.
There's a lot of papers, just like you would see at college, but they had tabs for every department they worked in, and obviously it was a working binder. You see there all the papers sticking out of it. They had to take notes and write their observations and questions, and so this was their guide the whole time they went through the program.
Hello, everybody. With everything that's impacted us through all this pandemic and everything, I didn't think we would get to even stand up here and graduate. So that's definitely a big opportunity. I just want to thank everybody for allowing us to have this opportunity to do this program. I know I'm really honored, and I'm sure as they are too, to be chosen to be able to go through the first level.